There are primarily three things you can have in the work environment. You can either have a job, or you have work, or you have a career, and these three things don't mean the same thing. Job, work, and career are not synonyms. However, my definition and description of these concepts may not align with any definition you'd find in a dictionary or a book. They are simply my descriptions to help you assess your psychological state while at your place of work, and to help you gauge what motivates you as you go to work.
Job is the use of your physical strength for an agreed remuneration. So job is the use of your energy for an agreed pay. So when you go to a construction site and you see people who are carrying blocks from the point of molding to the point of use, what they have is job. When you see young men offloading bags of cement from a truck, what they have is job. They are paid for the use of their physical energy. When you see men or women bending iron rods with their bare hands and their feet, what they have is job. They earn a living by the use of their physical energy. Any day their strength fails them, there will be no income. Any day they are ill, there will be no income. When they are being tested to be offered that job, all that is tested is their strength, their physicality, their physical well-being.
Work is the use of your physical and mental energy for an agreed remuneration. Work is the use of your physical strength and your mental energy to earn a living. So whilst in job, you're paid solely for the use of your physical strength, in work, you're compensated for the use of both your physical and your mental energy. When you go for a job interview, you're primarily assessed on the basis of your physical state, whether you can offload those bags of cement from the truck, whether you can bend those iron rods, whether you can lift blocks from the point of molding to the point of use. But when you want to get work, you'll be asked to write an application letter, submit your CV, on the basis of which you may be considered for an interview, sometimes for an aptitude test. Aptitude test and interview are simply used to check your aptitude and your attitude relative to the role that you're applying for. So in the work environment, therefore, you are expected to exercise your physical energy. And that's why sometimes you're asked in some organizations to go for a medical test to check your physical fitness. But you're also expected to exercise your mental energy, to apply discretion in decision making, in problem solving. So that's why you're paid. But let me say something to you. If the only reason why you wake up early from bed and face all the inconveniences of driving or commuting to your place of work, and you get to the office and you have to work with these colleagues of yours that you find obnoxious, and you're supervised by this manager of yours that you think is a demon, and you go out there to interface with customers, with prospects, with external vendors who you find as devilish, insulting, abusive. But you have to endure all of those inconveniences simply because of the payday. I am sorry to say to you that there's no difference between you and the laborer who has to offload bags of cement to earn a living. You are just a laborer wearing expensive ties and suits and jackets. You are just a laborer wearing expensive camisoles, carrying expensive bags, and wearing expensive perfumes. There's absolutely no difference between you and the person that has to carry blocks to earn a living. You know why? Because both of you are doing it for the same reason. How much are they paying me here? And that's why when you go to some work environments, the level of frustration, the level of complaint and disappointment that you find in those corporate environments are not different from the frustration and complaints that you'd find when you go to a construction site and see people complaining as they're carrying those heavy loads. But the only motivation for either the jobber or you, the worker, the same thing. How much would I earn at the end of the day or week or month? And that's why I always say that frustration in the work environment has little or nothing to do with the stress you face going to work, the frustration you face at work, or the inconveniences you face at work, the insults and abuses you encounter or you face when you deal with external forces, customers, vendors. No. To a large extent, frustration in the work environment is simply the lack of connection between what you're doing now and where you're going to. And that takes us to the next thing you can have in the work environment, and it's called a career. A career, on the other hand, is the use of your physical and mental energy for the achievement of a predefined objective, goal, or vision situated within a clearly defined timeline. So whilst job is the use of your physical energy for an agreed remuneration, and work is the use of your physical and mental energy also for an agreed remuneration, a career, on the other hand, is the use of your physical and mental energy for the achievement of a predefined vision, goal, or objective situated within a clearly defined timeline. So, whilst the jobber and the worker do all that they do to earn a living, for the pay, for the salary, for the bonus, for the commission, the person that has a career has a desired future state that makes them face all the inconveniences they face commuting from their houses to the place of work, coping with the obnoxious colleagues and demonic supervisors, for handling the very, very difficult customers and prospects and external stakeholders. So what takes them to the office, what makes them do what they do, is not the pay, it's where they are going to. But of course, the pay, the salary, the commission, the bonuses are inevitable consequences, results of what they're doing. So yes, they will earn the living, they will get the salary, but the salary is not the reason why they go to work. They go to work perhaps because they need to save money to go abroad and obtain a very good second degree. They probably go to work because they want to set up a laundry business in the next 5 years. They face all that they face because they have to live with all of those inconveniences to open that school, to support that charity, to achieve a desired future goal. And that's why the psychological state of people that have job and work, which they sometimes express in their saying is that their employers are using them. But the person that has a career actually feels that they are using their employers, because the employer is providing a platform, a vehicle that will take them from where they are now to where they want to be in the future. So you can't find them frustrated. They are fixated in where they're going to. If I do what I'm doing now very well, I will get rapid promotion that will help me quickly achieve my desired future state. So that sense of gratitude and desire and ambition propels them to the top. They are employees with the entrepreneurial spirit. So I ask you, what do you have in the work environment?